What's up, everybody? We back again. It's your man King A.D.S here in the Inland Empire, coming at you raw on my YouTube vlogs and everything like that. We YouTubing in the USA. You know how we do it out here, man. I hope that everybody's having some good vibes around them in light of all the wildness that will never seem to cease and just take us on a nice roller coaster ride. So I hope you got your arms up or maybe inside. I don't know which way you like to ride that thrill right there, but we in for it, right? So either way, man, a big shouts to everybody off top. Much love. Big shouts to the Blow family, big shouts to Flourish and Prosper family, big shouts to all my peeps on the west here, you know what I'm saying? Peeps, shouts out to peeps on the East Coast, shouts out to peeps everywhere worldwide, you know what I'm saying? You know how we do in this collective as we building this peace of mind or building this bridge towards the unknown or whatever. But I like to get up here and not just be all scripted and perfect, but just to kind of give you a little bit more just, natural flow of things and keep the you in YouTube a little bit, you know what I'm saying? So off the top, I guess I should touch on a few weird things like people have been buzzing a little bit about, the YE guy, and he's on the air on a certain carpet in a certain venue showing off certain goods. And, that was a bit controversial as well. And, so that was also very strange incident, and people are questioning the capacity of this particular person possibly, which is, I think from our standpoint, in doing entertainment style stuff for so long, that I think that most of us, or even fans too, probably realize that this individual does things for certain value, shock value, to gain attention, you know what I mean, to keep the eyes on them. These are antics and things like that, and from time to time people can rely on antics to do things rather than the authenticity of just the work alone. But it is a great advertising tool, to try to, yeah, as they say, sometimes there's no such thing as bad publicity. Me personally, I tend to differ because some things don't age well, you know what I'm saying? Especially if, you're found on one side of things and another side of things, so on and so forth, like going back and forth. I think that the general public doesn't like the feeling of being led on or misled, and get pulled back and forth in like a tug of war between their reasoning and the way they feel about something, to the point where they just can't make heads or tails or something, which might turn some people off. But in most cases, it does help to bring people in, right? So some people do things for shock value, you know what I mean? And it all comes down to like getting the word out about whatever you're passionate about. So I kind of wanted to touch on like things like, marketing yourself, and getting yourself out there, no matter what you're doing. Especially if you're starting to venture your own, you're going to have to get into things like that, marketing yourself. And that's something that, as a hip hop artist, and when I was with the band too as well, there was a lot of that, you do your, what we want to call it, guerrilla marketing, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that, and just try to get that out there. And then these days and ages, though, we're in such a time though that you can actually advertise a lot better. We used to have publications you could run. You can get a display in like magazines. You could run flyers. You could do all those things. Go if you could get access to college radio or other radio, and possibly do stuff like that. But then at the top, or the upper scale things, it costed like arm and a leg to do things. And I think that these days, in the time that we're in with the technology, we have more opportunity to actually use what we start to discover, which is as our voice. So you're doing things your way. You make your campaign, which is your message and your track plan of like where you're going, where you're headed, and what you're all about, like your mission statement and stuff like that. And then broadcasting that to a lot of people, to help bring in some attention. So whether it's your business, you're cleaning carpets, or you're writing songs, either way, people deserve to know that you exist. Especially you deserve to have people know that you exist, because you put so much work and effort into it. And these days, I think that you can be more successful trying some of those things yourself. So should you run ads? The answer to me is absolutely yes. That you should do a bit of everything, do some things that are traditional, get out there, shake hands, rock shows, if you're coming from that standpoint of entertainment, get out there, rock shows, do everything you got to do traditionally, but then at the same time, on the practical side of things, yes, let people know about the products that you have, bring light to it, to tell them to come on in. The weather's nice over here. We like people around here. You know what I mean? So yeah, so that would be my opinion on that. And there's so many, especially even with these videos, even with these YouTube videos, getting these YouTube videos out to people like me. I am someone who has a bit of a curve with this stuff. I've always been a hands-on type of guy, out in the field type of guy more. And so it kind of caused me to not learn everything I could. And the landscape's always changing too. So it caused me to not understand all the different inner workings and facets of how you get stuff out there. So yeah, some of the views on my videos are low, and some of that is because I am still figuring out things about how to get things out there. And I've recently found quite a few good YouTube videos that were explaining a few things. I said, oh, now look at that. I have my shoes untied. You know what I'm saying? Here I am trying to run and I got my shoes untied. So yeah, little goofy stuff that I'll have to, reconfigure and figure out where other people might have a team, which is awesome. More power to you. You know what I mean? If you can have a team and everything doing that with you or for you or working alongside you, or people that are just good and working alongside you, that's just more power to you. But me, I am not going to act like there aren't amazing people in my circle, but I'm also saying that there's more times in my world where I'll end up trying to have to learn to do things and get it going. You know what I mean? So I think that's just part of the playing field. You know what I mean? And it'll benefit on both sides because I also have like a small mom and pop, little small operation, junk removal service. I get a chance to help people, and then and I kind of wanted to do this as well. Like after I learned what I was doing, I figured, hey, wouldn't it be a good idea if I could be a generator and kind of back some of the ventures that I like to do? I can get the word out and things like that. Um, so that's so I like to use these tactics. So I'm always trying to learn. In other words, I'm just always trying to learn. You know what I mean? Trying to keep up on what's changing and what's new. And so hopefully I'm going to follow the rules on this video or some of those tips. And hopefully those tips will work. And if they do work, then I'll be back to share those tips with you guys. And I'm sure there's a bunch of people who already know. And when I say it, they're going to be like, oh, duh, everybody knows that. But this guy who didn't know with two thumbs, this guy, you know what I'm saying? So regardless, like, I do, I gotta try harder all the time. You know what I mean? And a big shouts to everybody who's just picking up their game. I see you out here, man. And there's just so much material and content from all these creators now too, and that I've been, linking up with or meeting out there in the Ethernet. Out here in the Ethernet. No, but out here in the ether, I should just say that. But out here in the digital world and everything like that, who are amazing. And I just have so much stuff that I have to catch up on, like in watch what everyone's doing, and there's like a lot of good content and everything like that. But yeah, I just got to take the time, to absorb it. I'm a very genuine type of person. I don't like to just, oh, I'm only here to get you to subscribe and I'm never going to watch your stuff. I'll definitely check out your stuff. Sometimes I just get a little crazy busy, and so it just takes me away from things for a while. But I think that happens with most people. But if you do come back and you do check out my stuff whenever I'm dropping it and stuff, I really appreciate you always, because every little bit helps, man. And it's a journey. You know what I'm saying? It's a developmental process always. You know what I mean? So yeah, so the main topic was, is it good to run ads? My opinion is yes, but it's just my opinion. You have, if you have a better way of getting things out there, more power to you. And I'm always, like I said, I'm always trying to find more avenues and more ways to do things. And if you have any tips for people or anything positive to add to this, to anything in here, feel free to drop it in the comments. You know what I mean? Or if it's just good vibes and you're saying peace, what up? Drop that in the comments. You know what I'm saying? I definitely do see that, and it helps out. It helps me keep pushing and to come up with something worthwhile to talk about and to get in front of you and share that energy, because that's what this is. It's an energy exchange. Like I'm not trying to be robotic. I'm not trying to be perfect, but I am trying to connect with you, and and try to get up here and have something more to say than just about me, or you know what I mean? Like I try to add something, do some sort of contribution to people. You know what I mean? So I hope that there's something useful in there, or if you were on the fence, like, should I do this or should I not? Am I keeping it real or not? Yes, you absolutely, in my opinion, you absolutely are keeping it real, because in every facet of business, nobody knows you exist until you stand up with your hand and say, I'm here, check me out. And if that takes putting a big orange sign on you to say, here I am, and this is what I do, then that's what you do. Because you can have the best ideas in the world, the best breakthroughs in the world, but if nobody knows about it, then it's dead in the water. So yeah, with that, I hope that helps. And and if please like the video, subscribe, come along for the journey. I'm a music guy first and foremost, so check out all the music, as I always say. And yeah, I'll be back with more. All right, y'all, much love and peace.